Hi, today is Monday the 9th and this is the weekly recap for the current positions. Actually, for the last 2 weeks, since last week, I was not in a position to record my video. I was traveling, it was just too difficult. But anyway, nothing much happened despite FOMC, despite earnings. And if you would look at this, you can see that I reduced the trade 23rd, 27th, 28th just to keep the trade in a fairly safe position. We have now the CCS on 4600, and if I plot projection for another week, I'm still okay. So I may reduce the trade. I actually reduced the trade by closing out one CCS. There were 3 here, and it was mostly on a PM account to reduce margin, because on the PM account we look at plus 10%. It gives me quite a big loss, and I may actually close the trade early. Not only because we are not 420 for a maximum of 490, so I may just close the trade. I mean, I'm using a 1.5 leverage on this one, so it's going to be about 600, which is my monthly target anyway. So I did remove the bottom broken butterflies. There was one balanced butterfly left if you follow the Slack updates, and now I just have the unbalanced condor, and I've got about 10 cents here, 15 cents there. I may just keep on reducing it for the sake of reducing PM margin. Otherwise, I can just leave it a little bit longer. The IV skew is still looking good. If we look at the IV skew for August, the trough is around 4500, 4525, so that's still okay. So here's a matter of closing, releasing capital, and applying to the following month. So nothing much to say about this one. Not going to be a great month, but considering the crazy market that we've had, I am not complaining. Now here is September. September is in a fairly good shape, despite I had to start it late because of IB account issues. So this trade is doing fine. It can go up to 622. Here again, I also reduced the trade, and I also went through PCS rolls just to keep the capital fairly stable. And actually last week I even went for 2 PDS for 1 PCS for a minor credit, but so it improves the profit line, and if the market goes down, I may actually get to my sweet spot. This is something I've been chasing for a few months. So now if we have another week or two of visitation and the market dropping, maybe finally I will get to my sweet spot and get a better profit, maybe about $1,000. It would be just fine. So I'm generally this late in the trade, 39 DTs. I don't add capital. I'd rather do adjustments on constant capital or even reduce. I reduced a little bit early. Generally I would go into reduction after 35 or even after 28 DTE. So this one I went a little early. Capital usage is fine. We're about 80 odd percent on the RegT basis. So on this one, probably not much else to do. I may go for PCS rolls. I can actually get another PCS roll in at constant capital. Now that I'm only using about 11-12k, so I could even reduce and simplify at the same time. That's something I could do. Of course, I would forfeit my sweet spot scenario if I do this. But it's quite tempting if the market refuses to retrace to get about $800 on this one. So I will wait a little bit longer. And if I see in a couple of weeks that nothing happens, I will do that. Now, on October, the week before last, I started October with 2 broken butterflies. I was kind of short of capital because August we're still using about 17k. So I only entered 2, and last week I added another one, regular size, because volatility has dropped in the meantime. So on this one, as you can see, 2 broken butterflies here, OTM, flat delta. My theta was kind of low. I added a CCS on the 6th, basically on Friday. Kind of speculative, because if we look at the IV trough again, it's kind of, okay, this is more like where the trough is or would be right now. And I added a regular size broken butterfly, also OTM, but a little bit higher than the previous ones. So I am now more or less 3 broken butterflies and a CCS. May carry on this way, or if time goes by and I see that my profit potential is not great and the market refuses to correct, then I will go for an IC. This time I don't want to add too much Vega pressure onto my trade before I know where it's going. Again, August can be treacherous. So on this one, oh, I don't have any data for October. Okay. Anyway, this is more or less how it looks, and it's looking absolutely fine. So I think for the next few days, I will build up probably same broken butterfly, regular size, and a CCS, and as time goes by, maybe about 50 to 45 GT. If I don't get to my profit potential and the market refuses to go down, I will hopefully by then I will get at least $400 or $500, and I will try and maybe put on a IC. An IC would definitely boost potential, but at the same time, again, I don't want too much Vega pressure right now. My theta isn't great, but that's fine for an early trade. Oh, there it is. Okay, well, it's about $1. I think I sold them for 110, so that's fine. So I could actually sell one more, and I would probably go for probably same, something like this. You know, this one I got 45 cents. I think I would get about the same right now, 45, 50 cents, 40 cents. Yeah, I may just go for additional broken butterflies just to build up the trade, and it looks like I may have good credit on the call side, with due consideration that there's a little bit of risk on this one. But I need to add some theta. My delta would still be okay. I mean, here, as you can see, it doesn't bring much. I mean, I would get probably $100 and mostly on a call side. So I will see how it goes. I don't want to get too negative. The market keeps grinding up. So it's still going to be in respect of the overall philosophy of this type of evolving rhino, that is flat delta over the largest possible range. I take into account that I have moved my trades closer to the money in lower volatility. Now my shorts are on 4100, not that far if the market retraces strongly. Anyway, I will definitely build up this trade, only 7.5 right now, but August is a little bit difficult. On the large account I trade, fills are also a little bit difficult, so I will see how it goes, and if market makers play ball or not. I mean, last week it took me 2 days to get my fill, so we will see. Of course, a straight spread or even an IC would feel better than a broken butterfly plus CCS, and also because August is a time where you should get your positions safe but constructive enough to withstand possible market gyrations in the next 2 weeks. Maybe we'll have a correction early September, we will see. So it's good to actually position your trade and do as little as possible for the month of August. Okay, that is it for now. Not much to say. The trades are fine. Maybe not very palatable for many rhino traders who want to get 3, 4, 6%. It is true that this is a free service, but it's this PM account using leverage and using a conservative approach to the rhino trading. That suits me fine. I just hope you can learn from this as well. Okay, thank you for watching. Again, more updates, and you're most welcome to ask me any questions. Post your own variations of the rhino, and maybe we can build things together. Actually, thanks to Mark, I have actually started that new trade, which is still experimental at the moment. But as you can see, this trade is doing fine. I still have to polish up the rules, because okay, it's got a flat delta, positive Vega, it's actually looking fine, but I don't like this negative theta here. So I need to improve the rules for this trade. The good thing is that it can yield a few percent with very little capital. I'm using 3.5 per tranche here. Okay, for any questions again, please join the Slack group if you're not there already. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.